like oh, there was a particular map that Nip were always
Train.
no, they were always casters would always say they were weak on.
Oh,
But the point is, whatever map it was, the point is, do you just never play that map ever again in your life, or do you get on with it, you know, and get good at the map? The only way you're going to do that is by playing it. So here we are, Dignitas versus. That's not to suggest Dignitas are weak at this map. The point is TSM is strong at the map. But anyway, let's go. TSM starting on the T side. Going to be taking a peek towards long, but MSL has the range advantage. That, regardless, he's going to get wrecked. Now, they haven't committed too long, the TSM side. But you can see Kiabi is trying to push short based on the loss of long, but he's going to be forced back because he's losing the numbers game. He will spot the bomb, but there's still one player in towards B here for Dignitas. TSM continues to rack up the frags, with Rubino though holding things down on the site.
Rubino's been pretty damn solid of late, but TSM will go for the rotation. It's a smart play to make, and they don't have to worry too much about anything except on the bomb side, so they are making a very fast approach towards B. They're trying to go for a split here. They got one guy towards Monster, which is always good, splitting the attention. And you can see here, this is why it's good. Config's under pressure from multiple angles at once, and he's going to go down due to that fact. Now Sonic and Rubino are making their way back in from the A-bomb side, and you can see TSM just outmaneuvering the Team Dignitas side. And this 3-on-3 situation, or what was the 3-on-3 situation, and is now a very much a round-winning situation here. This Sonic does something amazing, and in fact he will go down. So 1-0, TSM start off the T side with a good economy.
Zipex and Cajun B got 2 frags each. Now the 2 survivors. Seems the rest of them were just collateral damage down. So Dignitas are going to go for the force buy. Now it is a legit play to just hold the site essentially on the force buy, but they are charging down towards the connector area with only one person towards B at the moment. There is a big presence from TSM around the fountain, just taking their initial map control so far. Carrigan charging in with the MP7, and Dupree's got the bison.
Interestingly, we got MSL going for the backstab now from Connector, and Rubino snapping in from the front at the same time, so they will catch TSM with perfect timing, and that will result in 2 kills. But 3 versus 3 is the situation, but the bomb is down. That's really the key factor here for Dignitas in their efforts to win this round, knowing where the bomb is. And that means TSM have to go and collect that. There's no way around that simple fact. And that's where Team Dignitas will be. And there's only 2 ways to win, elimination or bomb detonation. Now, we have low health on MSL and Rubino. So it could be made quick work of by the AK-47s as TSM slowly push their way up. But the problem for TSM is the lack of flashbangs. It would be pretty helpful to take some of these more forward positions.
Zipex has collected one, but it was not going to pay off for him. MSL close with the MP7, but he's not going to get the frag here. And it seems the campaign of Dignitas in this round is coming to a close, although there are 20 seconds for TSM to get the bomb down. The bomb is down on the floor. Config, we'll see. I think his position is known. Ooh, a nice headshot onto the device, but Cajun B will be the lone survivor here for the TSM side. Good stuff from Dignitas coming in from the front and also from the back.
The cool thing about the round is, I mean, there's often on the that kind of round for TSM, what they'll usually do is play the anti-eco or anti-force buy with most players towards A long, or they'll do towards B. And so if they had gone for the B option, Dignitas with the fast push and connector, they can actually get a fast flank. So that it's actually could be quite good, but wow, that is pretty weird. The way that he got that kill, but it was awesome at the same time. And he's going to collect the weapon, so but it's just it's just a Mac 10 though, because we've got 3 Mac 10s. We had 3 Mac 10s.
TSM went almost full world star there.
It's good, isn't it? It's good. And now they're going to be running through the smoke, these big players. They're getting pretty wrecked with no Kevlar.
Money, 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 money. Definitely worth shooting that smoke, but he'll wait for Kelby to emerge and then shoot him regardless. He is now dead. We should be into the buy for both teams, seeing the M4s come out for the CT side, looking to get their first round on the board. If Dignitas are to get broken in this round, then things are going to be very bad for them in this CT half. We'll have to see if they can prove victorious. Carrigan upgrading to the AWP. We will see what angle he chooses to hold.
So TSM looking to go for what seems to be a bit of a default round at the moment, taking control towards all areas of T side of the map, and they'll systematically and slowly generate more and more map control, more and more forward towards both bomb sites. Although that said, Team Dignitas do have some presence towards the door area and sewers, so that might be hard to take away. And if TSM don't take away sewers or connector, then it's very easy for Dignitas to understand what TSM are doing. It's very likely at that point that they're going A, and that's a lot of information that they should not really be allowed to have.
Ooh, if that was half a second, then Carrigan would have got a frag, but he's going to get a frag anyway. Good start, but Kiabi's in an important position in connector here. There are 2 people in connector for the T's as well, so the flank could come in, but it won't be needed because Kiabi's going to go down 5 versus 3 now.
Yeah, Kirby actually, with a bit of an overreaction in that position, instead of playing a little bit slower, he kind of panic rushed as soon as the frag was made onto his teammate, expecting that Team TSM would just rush straight into the site, but they didn't. They waited for a misplay exactly like that, and they took down Kirby because of it, and now instead of a 5 versus 4, it's a 5 versus 3, and they just have to play all the players, or as many as they want, into the A bomb site, and they'll win on the numbers. But meanwhile, Dignitas going for the stack on the B bomb site, so they can either save if it goes towards A, or they can crush a B play. But it is actually, in fact, going to be an A execute.
Indeed, and we're going to have a quick plant here with the smoke towards the CT stairs and box. And Dignitas may go for a save here. Again, their buy is going to be broken, and this hunt should continue in numbers. Zipex is in a good position to stop a monster exit, which means that Dignitas could get wiped out here. And if they do, then one can only imagine how many rounds TSM get on their T side. So heading towards 4. Sonic remains now.
If you cast your mind back to the Face It finals, James.
When were they done?
It was very recently, just a few days ago, and that it's all kicked off. TSM 16-0'd Liquid on this map, on the T side.
They did. Device is favouring the Bison. I respect these decisions, Dan. He's a man of class. He is a man of panache.
Dr. Suave. Now, oh, KGB hasn't died yet. Hasn't died a single time yet. Cool. Have to see how long that can continue for. And Dignitas with a lackluster buy, no Kevlar insights, no rifles, only pistols for them. They've all spread out as well, so it's not really going to be a good look for Dignitas. They're getting wrecked already, as TSM slowly but surely make their way towards the bomb sites.
It's funny that Device tried to jump around a corner to avoid being headshot, but he blocked himself in the wall and then ran through and got headshot.
The irony. Okay, so like the last player will go down. Zonic is eliminated. He's vanquished. He has been subdued. And now it's time for Dignitas to get out the big guns. This will be the biggest buy that we've seen from Dignitas. They'll opt to go for a single AWP onto MSL. In the past, the player holding the AWP has been an issue for Team Dignitas. Before they put Pimp onto it, and in the previous times, Snyder and Nico and so on. But they never quite found a comfortable player for it in the past.
Come on. Oh, still not working out for MSL there. Rubino, though, were things working out for him. Dupree getting taken down. Early advantage for TSM, who are still spread out in semi-passive positions. That said, importantly, they do have control of short B, which is always a key area. In a previous round, it was smoked off by the CTs from CT spawn. Carrigan getting a bit of a dink through the corner of a wall there. MSL, though, will hold things down towards A-Long. But there's still no indication as to where the bomb might be. You can see the passive position it's been left in on your minimap.
Well, I'm surprised that the Device was challenging A-Long with an AK against an AWP. Max range. That he knows MSL's AWPing there. It's kind of weird to double challenge that position. And that put TSM down to 3 players even. So it's all gone a bit downhill since then, and now they're down to a mere 2. Carrigan, Cajun B. So the mission now, the objective is just to get maximum economic damage on the opponents.
Well, it's just down to TSM Cajun B now versus 4. 30 seconds on the clock. He has the bomb, and he has some CTs peeking him. So we'll see if he can get any more frags in. He has a Molotov and a flash. But what is... Where have the CTs gone? I'm not the only one wondering it. Cajun B died from confusion, Dad. Because he figured 4 players, there must be somebody else here. But they more or less abandoned the B bomb site, despite them not having control of short. I can only assume that Sonic just about finished peeking connector as Cajun B emerged from connector. But there we go. Works out for Dignitas regardless. And now MSL will be the one on the AWP as opposed to Carrigan.
Ooh, that is dirty stuff there from Zipex. Straight through the wooden boards. into Config's face. And now that's going to be a 4-on-4 situation, definitely favoring the T side of TSM. As Sonic goes for a quick peek down to sewers, and he's going to be finding himself a good angle, but Dupree's angle's even better. TSM now wrecking the bomb site. They've taken complete control. However, the rotation is now in. AWP on MSL from up top here. Great vantage point for the AWP. There are smokes laying across the land. He will have to push forwards. Here it is, 1 versus 3 with that AWP. This is not going to be an easy situation. And these players from TSM are not showing themselves. They will not give MSL an easy shot, and that is a brilliant one there from MSL. Finds the head of Zipex, who's jumping for the spot. The information only. He didn't want to get an engagement at all, James. He didn't want to fight, but MSL still executed him.
He committed to the 1 versus 3 with an AWP, jumping off the balcony.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he's going to win often, in fairness. So there we go. Dignitas get wiped out.
They could have actually, I think, forced a feed saved. It would have been okay.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a save there, but there we go. Dignitas are going to go for the push with a bit of a boost here. We'll see what happens. The A site's been abandoned. Cajun holding down the choke point. There are 2 frags for him. And Cajun still at the back of Connector, just holding the angle. Presumably he's going to reload his gun. And he's going to get taken down by Rubino. So, there we go. Config's in position to get some damage done if his teammates can run distraction, but they are indeed too far away. Perhaps looking for the AK, indeed, Rubino has picked it up. Knowing that, Zipex is lurking in that area. Device cutting things off there, namely Kiabi. Config doesn't have a kit, so there will be no sneaky defuse.
Indeed, it's a pretty rough look for the Dignitas right now. They're already going to be down 6 rounds as a deficit, but it's going to be, of course, a potentially much larger deficit going forward for TSM because they keep breaking Team Dignitas economically speaking. And as we can see, the 1-7 now. When will it stop? When will it end? Will it be? Because I'm really feeling like 11 or 12 rounds are very possible at this point for TSM. The way that they are going, Dignitas do not seem to have a solid answer, and there have been some misplays as well coming in from them to give away certain advantages. Although that said, on the round that Dignitas did win, you could say the same for TSM, but TSM are overall making much less in the way of mistakes.
Also on both sides, MSL does not have any armor. I believe he is playing on long. He is. That is actually a hard shot to hit. The full range shot for some reason around the rock. It's often missed by AWPers, which is maybe why the double peek came in earlier, but didn't pay off for that person. So Device takes down Zonic on the site. Config still there despite the Molotov. The Molotov's there designed to stop his position. Oh, the Mag 7 on the site. Rubino with 2 frags getting traded, but he's done damage here. An AWP and a rifle onto both sides.
This is going to be an interesting retake situation because the bomb going down is not even something that they're confident in going for. As you can see, they felt like, okay, CT's got to be somewhere. They didn't really expect him to be right there, and Kirby is just going to be waiting now behind the smoke. And MSL also able to advance his position as Kirby was distracting them, and Dignitas will win another round. But again, if TSM win this one, they will likely reset the economy because everybody died but 2 players, which is not really enough surviving to avoid that situation. Especially as we can see they're going down to $1,500 there. So if they lose this, they'll be on the best money they'll have on the player is $2,900, which is not nearly enough. Anyway, TSM, they still have to prove that they can manage to win this one, and we'll have an aggression from Dignitas, mixing it up towards A-Long. So it's got a couple players, but that's the element of surprise now gone for Team Dignitas.
So we've got a double play up close on long, and Kiabi's going to get taken down with a nade in his hand, and Dupree just a double burst. MSL coming in to even things up, and he's going to get taken down. Dupree is going bananas right now. Just two shot bursts, 3 of you are dead. Goodbye, my friends. Dupree with 3 then.
Oh yeah.
3 from Dupree.
Yep. It is looking pretty strong.
Dupree is setting them free.
Stop this now. Please stop. Please stop. I know you're thinking of more rounds, aren't you?
I'll do my best.
You are thinking of rounds currently as I'm speaking. And so on, we get the hunts coming out here, and the stepping will be heard of Zonic by Dupree. So
Dupree, let them be.
Oh my god, Dupree.
Ace.
It will ace.
Don't want to be the king, I'm the ace of this.
Wow, they have been wrecked. That is brutal. That's happened twice now. And look at this. There's no money. Dignitas cannot buy for another 2 rounds. Not a proper buy at least. So Team Solomid, they're going to 10 at the that
They
should
have
be a
enough
given.
money, Dan, for a bag of rice.
With the way they're playing, they're going to spill half of it on the floor before they even get it into the pot, James, to be boiled and consumed. They're wastrels.
And their rice is about to be taken away by prison thugs, Dan. Although there is an early loss for TSM, but Cajun B stopping the rotation, which also limits access to that gun. But he's looking the wrong way, getting shot in the back. And they're coming up close with the USP, so he's going to get taken down GoldenEye style. 3 versus 2 now. And Dupree, they haven't heard his reload. I don't know how he doesn't hear that reload, but he didn't hear it. Maybe he's playing with speakers, Dan.
Oh my, I've never done that.
Neither have I.
All of my years, I've never done that. I think I've played for since 2000 basically, and I've never played with speakers.
I wouldn't even deathmatch with speakers, Dan.
Yeah.
Even when I've got the music almost minimal and I'm listening to music, I still wouldn't do it with speakers.
Indeed.
It's a cultural thing, Dan. It's like the Sikhs, right? The Sikh religion where the dudes walk around with like a knife on their leg or something. I need headphones, Dan.
That's so obscure. We get a team kill as well here from Dignitas, so they're not making their own lives all that much easier. They did save in this round though, so it's not too embarrassing. And TSM look to continue the stomp so far. We've got the players of TSM. I can't say the Danish side because they're both Danish. I wanted to a couple of times. TSM going to move into the A-bomb site now and promptly wreck everybody. Aim punch is going to destroy MSL's chances of a frag, and that will be the 10-2. So I said 12 or 13 rounds, 11 or 12 rounds. 13 or 14 now is kind of looking almost possible.
Well, not 14, Dan.
Sorry, 12-13 is looking possible now.
That's correct, Dan.
There we go.
AWP back onto MSL. This time, he has armor, as well as a few grenades. Going back to the usual position. We'll see if it's going to pay off for his team. He's only got 2 of 10 rounds so far, as Dan has been discussing. You can see the connector door has been naded off. I have to see if that plays a part later on. No one down, but we've got the wall of smokes coming in, which allows TSM to push through long or short without being balked by anybody up top. Although there's a bit of spray onto Carrigan, he will be finished off by Zonic. But it's a fake. The bomb's going towards the A site, but there's still a long... Cajun B's coming in very late on long, and they need him there. The counter flashes coming in from the CTs will slow things down.
Yeah, those counter flashes might have won the round for Dignitas right now because those have allowed them to rotate every single player. But they just have to hit the shots at this point. It's a 3 versus 4 situation, so TSM are down a man. And so far the trades are going the way of Dignitas. They still got a pocket Rubino to play with. And Device is going to eliminate him finally, but he's on 14 points of health. There's not much really to do with this sort of situation. Any shot now is going to pretty much take him down. So Device needs to be perfect on the headshots. He's got to have faster reactions and headshots only. First bullet. Let's go. But he may just be concerned with doing damage to a player that might make the mistake to peek him prematurely. And indeed, he's given up the ghost now. He's going to push forwards. Can he get lucky here? Can he get the shot that he needs to find the frags? Still just toying with him, they are, Device. He's looking to try to get something out of this, but he gets denied perfectly. So Dignitas finally win another round. So they have... at least got 3, which makes a big difference to 2. But can they get anything else here? The fact that the best case is 4 or 5 rounds is really, really grim on the CT side of Overpass.
You could say, Dan, it is less than ideal. Rubino and Zonic have next to no grenades. Ooh, so I'm just picking up a few extra there. Actually, it's a very late buy indeed, but there we go. So, it'll be Rubino and Config who don't have many nades. Going to deploy their final one, save that smoke on Rubino. We'll see what choke points they choose to choke. You can see the tunnel towards the shore has been smoked off again. I expect that will be from spawn. Config with 2 frags holding down to be a bomb site for now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a recovery here, an advantage found by Team Dignitas. The bomb is down by Monster. As the flash goes over the top here to potentially allow a push. But the push will be shut down, leaving just Device and Cajun B. Now, Device is a player that had a horrible tournament at the Faceit Finals. Perhaps he can get something done in this online match here in StarSeries. But it looks like Dignitas will win another round. 4-10. And TSM Still with enough money to buy. Dignitas have not played against a single eco round. Every round that they have won has had to have been against a buy round.
Okay, so it's the final round of the first half. Let's see who's going to take it. The full buy finally coming out. A proper full buy from Dignitas. Molotov onto the site to stop the CTs getting close to short, but again, the smoke they're throwing from spawn kind of alleviates the point of that Molotov. MSR missing a shot, getting taken down by Cajun B. Actually, maybe he hit the shot, but didn't get a kill. Specs trying to dance around the choke point there, but again, Dignitas took it early, and it's paying off for them.
And I think you need to push the positions, as Kirby is in a very, very important spot here. If he dies immediately, then his team is in a lot of trouble. But he gets a quick frag here, gets the second one as well. That's a bomb down in front of Kirby. He gets eliminated, and Device and Cajun B are striking back. Just Cajun B left, though, in the 1 versus 2 clutch, as he looks potentially the wrong way here. He's back to the enemy, and that's going to be a mortal mistake. Mortal mistake? Fatal mistake. There we go. Where's James? What are they?
Fatal mistake, Dan, with regards to his mortality.
There you go.
As opposed to anything else, which wouldn't fit.
Well, 10-5 is okay considered, but I mean they
No,
had to win. I mean they had to win 3 in a row.
10-5 on when you're on this.
Yeah,
5-10 basically. 5-10 is not an okay score.
10-5
is.
Yeah, I agree with you.
5-10 is not.
I agree with you in that situation, but considering that they were facing a situation where they could easily have been 13-2'd.
It's a reasonable recovery, you could say.
Yeah.
Or a fair recovery. Maybe not reasonable. Yeah. I don't know. It's a recovery. So, TSM with a solid lead. If they take this pistol, could this be the match? Pending, assuming there are no anti-eco or force fire wins in the following 2 rounds. Anyway, let's just focus on this one for now. Dupree taking down a jumping MSO, trying to avoid getting headshot there. Very nice play by him. Rubino, though, going to get a trade and even things up. Moving into the B bomb site now, which has been abandoned by the CTs. Is this a misread, or are they going for a retake? Either way, it's going to be at a man disadvantage. Make that 2.
Yep, here it is. Device and Carrigan against the world. Now, they don't have a kit handy, and Carrigan's without Kevlar, so got to be perfect. Device will win the battle against Rubino. Arguably the most dangerous player so far for this side. Config will eliminate Carrigan, though, leaving it all up to Device. Again, Device, of any players on TSM, might be the one in the slump again. We'll have to see. I mean, the tournament that he had recently on LAN was definitely lackluster for his standards, right? And that's fair to say, isn't it?
It lacked luster, yes.
It lacked luster. All right. It's the force buy coming in now from the CT side from TSM. They were able to convert this on the last map. Can they do it here? They've got everybody from Dignitas going towards B.
Sipex missing the first shot. Will have the advantage of the shadows as the T's emerge, but he's not going to have the right angle to abuse that, and they will all get taken down, apart from Sipex actually, but he's going to run out of bullets and run out of HP. Dupree, last man standing, Deagle Armor. What can he do from this position? Going for the pot shots there. Sonic actually he only got 13 HP, but he's man planting the bomb behind relative safety. And Dupree will try to continue. Well, down goes Rubino. How much more damage can he do? He's got 3 people aiming for him, so surely his days are numbered. Finally, the connection is made with his face.
That took ages, though. That took ages.
On the subject of luster, when I used to get my photos developed, Dan, and get prints, luster was an option. But I always chose matte because I did not understand the purpose of making photos shiny.
Fair enough.
What's the shiny for?
I don't know.
That's a real question. Real people, Dan. Real questions. Dignitas moving in for a fast B play, taking over short very quickly. Again, TSM going to be on the eco here. No nades, no armor, but 2 kills!
Yeah, and the rest of Dignitas are moving in through Monster as well. We do have Sonic who's lone by short, but he's caught in the back. I don't know. I just don't know.
It's not supposed to be like this, Dan. How can they do this?
Zipek's got 2 fast kills. I don't know what you want from me. They're picking up weapons as well, but if they all survive, if all 4 players survive, and they've got 4 weapons to show for it, maybe even this AK that Kirby's handling, that's going to be sick. They're even tossing their own Molotovs at them.
This
is a savage situation.
The deepest Molotov I've seen thrown through that pipe.
Yeah, that's true. You could have a we should have a competition for that.
I'll leave that to you, mate.
It'd be fun, like a caber toss.
You can be the referee, you can be the judge, and the organizer, and the caster. I will be elsewhere.
I just want to play against you, James.
You can throw the Molotovs as well. You can do the whole thing.
Oh. We do have Kirby looking to try and keep himself alive in this situation. He's aware that they could be hunting him down, but it's going to be KGB. Oh, I think he's managed to avoid Kirby's gaze for now. Will he turn around in time? Yes, there it is. He's going to turn around, but he's going to get caught.
In the face.
Headshot indeed.
From the back.
3 AKs picked up, Animac 10. Their money's going to be incredulous. If it wasn't already going to be ridiculous, now it's going to be so out of control.
If any of these players were French, I would say c'est quoi ça? However, I do not know Danish, Dan. So what I can say is, what on earth just happened? We got to move on, Dan. Onwards and upwards. Dignitas continue with AKs and 2 pistols onto MSL and Rubino, and it seems they may be headed for another B play. Will it be more successful than the last? TSM have much stronger weapons now, and they continue the good fortune there. Dupree and Device getting the first 2 frags. And Dignitas' potential push has been weakened significantly. The shots coming through the smoke. Zonic pushing with 8 HP, leading with the bomb, which means a full rotation from the CTs as well. Specs coming down for Config, leaving only Kiabi versus 4.
Indeed, and he is not going for this well. He's getting, he's just discovered and getting tagged through the wall. And finally finished off by Device, so 12-7, and the money's all gone for Dignitas. And the money for TSM is going to start to grow massively. If they have a clean round here, and they've shown pretty good consistency in some of these rounds, then they're just going to be in such a massively favored position. Like, Dignitas might be screwed. They're going to be. I don't know how they're going to come back into this one if they lose their next buy round, which is in the round after this.
It looks sad, Dan.
Because TSM will already be on 14 rounds in that situation. Oh my God! Look at this. Look at the abattoir of overpass.
Shooting range.
The abattoir.
It's like they're bringing out the miniguns, Dan. Like this small kid has put a can of Coke on a wooden stump, and he's got his little pea shooter, and his dad has come out with the chain gun, Dan, and just taken away the can and the stump and the tree behind it and the garden fence.
Oh dear, that sounds like a bit of a tragedy. Now we're going to have Dignitas trying to avoid tragedy as they move for some map control early on in this match, and pretty forward positions here from TSM. They really they have so much control of sewers and also toilets, but they are losing players because of this. They open themselves up to all the angles, and Dignitas are abusing that.
Well, you said they're trying to avoid tragedy, and it's not them seeing ABBA right now, Dan, because they have a 2-man advantage over the TSM side. Carrigan going for the taps there, but he's revealed his position, which means the bomb's going to be planted on A. Full rotation from the T's as well. So Carrigan will try to do what he can. He's got $8,000 in the bank here, and he's going to get shot in the head and dead.
Yep, so they'll manage to avoid what could have been the 14th round for TSM, and they got a bye. They didn't lose too many players as well, which will make a difference. So we got double AWP now for TSM. KGB and Device are picking it up, which will definitely be a little bit surprising potentially, as they've only been running 1 AWP as a setup for the entire match so far. So going for the aggressive pick here is Device. Oh, it will hit the shot as the jumping MSL appears, and KGB's looking for the forward play in sewers as well. This is quite deadly, this kind of play from TSM. Dupree chiming in as well. Wow.
This is overpass, Dan. We're not supposed to have fast rounds on overpass.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There are 3 people left, and there's a minute 20 on the clock.
Pretty ridiculous.
This stuff only happens when it's country versus country.
Domestic.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Because everyone's from a country, Dan, almost.
Yeah, domestic
Unless
matchups.
from a territory which is not recognized by the UN.
I don't know anybody who enjoys domestic matchups in this game. It's that domestic matchup is typically hated. Oh dear. Oh no. Is he gonna knife him? Oh no, what's going on? Oh, he did. He actually completely turned the corner.
He got baited.
Just before KGB spotted him.
He got baited.
That is incredible.
Wriggly worm on the end of the hook. Now he realizes it tastes disgusting.
That's incredible. Alright, well, Zipex will go for the clutch. Config looking for the 4K, the quad kill, and he's going to get it. Great round from Config.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we Thursday.
Do 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 do.
I just broke my watch.
You broke your watch. Jesus.
Jesus is not going to fix my watch, Dan.
How do you know? You tried before. Well then, 5 AKs against essentially the AWP and the M4. I mean, a couple of Eagles on the C side as well, but definitely something that doesn't look too good on paper. But TSM have done more incredulous things in past rounds, and already Zipex is going to start off. Zipex has been really solid today so far, and well, Dignitas will take over the connector and the door room, but there's 2 players here. KVB gets caught off guard there. Zipex, though, able to do another kill with that CZ and critical damage to Kirby, so he's really given his team a chance to win this one. They may even be able to pick up weapons along the way if the rotation is possible. They go through connector. There is one weapon. There it is. Device will pick up the AK. 2 versus 3. A very realistic situation here for TSM to win, but there is no defuse kit and no armor on Carrigan, and Device gets caught by the door. Carrigan is in severe trouble right now. There's no way out. There's no way out.
What was that?
I don't know. Say words, James.
Carrigan has fallen to the other Danes, although he wasn't shot by a Dane. So I suppose you could argue that, but we'll leave it there. 3-round deficit now for Dignitas, and TSM find themselves in unfamiliar territory as their economy has been broken. They've been broken as they broke Dignitas. Dignitas are the venom to TSM's Spider-Man at the moment, Dan. And you have to wonder if TSM have any serum. Yeah, I know. Well, Dignitas moving down long A at the moment, and they're going to split A, in fact, pretty quickly. Dupree, can he offer anything? He's going to offer a bullet to Rubino's dome. He's going to leave Rubino with 2 fingers of health.
That was awkward.
Just can't decide which way to look. And so much potential and so much failure with these little pistols. KGB left with the big one. And he could get himself 2 frags at least. There's the first one. Config comes flying in. In fact, he could get 2 more. MSL and Rubino heavily tagged. Gets the second one onto MSL, but Rubino will survive with 2 HP. Kiabi finishing off the proceedings.
So, okay-ish damage at the end, but well, Carrigan only has 5 kills. Wow. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so TSM, their lead is all but evaporating at this point. They do have a good buy though. It's been a while since they saw that, and I think Device is going for the aggressive wall pick again. Misses the shot this time as he skates around. His legs are not moving, but he is moving. Get that one out. Big with the opening there. Looks like Dignitas winning all the battles once again. We saw this early on Inferno, the first map. Now TSM starting to lose their grip at the second. Agent B is in, but he can't land the shots. Not really looking all that on point at the moment. It's down to Dupree in a 1 versus 3.
Bomb is being planted, and yeah, it seems all is not done yet, despite the viciously aggressive T-side we saw from TSM. Against improving their worth, and TSM have been wiped out once more. Let's have a look at how much money's in the bank, because their economy is, their loss bonus, excuse me, is growing. You saw the last play there, just one of the players dispose of a HE grenade there. Probably wants to buy a Molotov for this round. Very useful on these anti-eco rounds. Dupree spending a bit of money on some armor and a 5.7. And we know the power of TSM's eco rounds and force buys. We've seen them on this map. We saw them on the previous one as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, TSM looking like they're losing grip of this one, and feel a little bit bad from not any disparaging, but any negative kind of comments towards Dignitas' play, because they're really stepping things up towards the latter half of the most important half, the second one. We've got the push coming in through onto the A-bomb site. Gets just the pistols, as mentioned, so the expectations are low. Nice trying to get something done here, but it's just too much to ask for. Carrigan, oh, the flash is good, but still can't pull out the frag there. That's going to leave just 2 players for TSM now. They're each walking the gauntlet, doing the Iron Man one at a time. They're all getting wrecked one at a time as well. So Dignitas, they've tied it up now. They've actually tied things up. It was looking like they could have lost something like 16-8 or something like that, but they've brought it back to 13-13.
Indeed, they have the power of a broken economy.
Yeah. How many rounds in a row is this for Dig?
All the rounds.
Yeah, 6 in a row. Wow.
Well, there we go. Carrigan's going to need to make a contribution if he wants to take this 2-0. Still only 5 frags on the board. Similar situation that Zonic was in earlier on today. So we're going to have the Orb and the Scout. Scout onto Dupree. What is the play from Dignitas? Going to be playing the trade game, I'm sure. The bomb is actually headed deep towards A. I'm not sure if they are planning to maybe show it, but go somewhere else. Either way, their plans have been thwarted by the AWP of Device. Now there's a question. Will Device rotate the Orb elsewhere? Making a read that perhaps Dignitas will go elsewhere. Kirby's going to take down Cajun B. He was trying to look over the structures. It's a bit nasty there. Short B is smoked off for the time being, but a push is coming in from Dignitas.
And they are being defied, it would seem. Zipex with the first frag. MSL will burst out with the second, though. Zipex is put to the challenge again, and he's going to go down this time. So TSM are resolving against the war effort of the Dignitas side. Although Dupree's going to put it to a 2 versus 2, and the bomb is only just going down now as Dupree creeps in from the side. Half health for both remaining players of Dignitas as Dupree finds a free one. MSL's out of the picture, sent to the bench as it's just Kirby left. He's lurking below. He's been spotted now. Device, it should have been an easy frag, but perhaps a little bit too quick to the trigger. Kirby still pulling it out of the bag anyway. And now it's against Dupree, and of course, Kirby, the man for Dignitas, is going to pull it through. And that's 14 now for Dig. TSM are in trouble here. They don't have money, really, to get a proper buy-in, but they're going to force it anyway.
Yeah, they're not interested in playing for overtime. They want to win it here, fair and square, or rectangle, whatever works. We'll see if they can do it. So we have the jump throw to get the... You can actually do that with a normal running smoke as well. So there we go. I have the jump throw maybe disappearing next year. We'll have to see how that goes. To smoke off the monster tunnel. TSM with the significantly weaker buy here. Again, safety in numbers from Dignitas. 3 people headed towards the balloon area. 2 TSM players in long. They've got nobody around the toilets this time, so they're not looking to contest this area, maybe lose players early. Playing a bit deeper towards the sites on this occasion.
Yeah, Device already quite low. It's not a good situation for him. And TSM backing away. They're being forced back onto the bomb sites, and Dupree's going to get caught out of position and promptly eliminated. Device not connecting anything with the scouts so far, so looks like Dignitas are going to get a great push into this site with pretty much no resistance. Nothing to answer for this so far from TSM. Dignitas getting all the frags as well to finish it off, and now the bomb is planted and it's ticking away, leaving just Cajun B and Device. Just those 2 lonely players with a Scout and a Famus looking to save it into the next round, perhaps.
We shall see what they're able to save. Both are being hunted, although maybe Device save? No, MSL just waiting, keeping an eye on a bomb in case of any shenanigans. So Cajun be alone now in a cold world in a basement. So when it comes to meet him, see if he goes for that AK. They're going to play the safe one and just get out of there.
So Dignitas are guaranteeing that they at least get overtime at this point. If not, just take it forwards for the W, because their buy is going to be phenomenal against TSM's buy, which is okay, but definitely could be a lot better, and it won't feature an AWP. So that's a little bit sad, but maybe that's a good thing for Kerrigan at least. We'll have to see how the round gets played out. It actually hasn't been him orping, that said, so never mind. But aggressive play towards the A-long area from TSM. Looking to get a fast frag.
So TSM are in control of short B for the time being, although Zipex is not going to stay there for too long, as he's only there on by himself, so he's going to move back to the site after getting some initial information. Device goes down quickly, so does Dupree. 3 versus 5 now. And things looking hard. KGB takes down Rubino. Maybe Carrigan gets the information for his team. Maybe he hears some running here. And he could get a massive flank for his team. KGB taking down MSL there, coming out of Connector. Now, if the flank comes in, then Dignitas could get squashed.
Yeah, big plays from KGB actually to get 2 frags forwards, but still, Zipex and Carrigan have to make everything happen in this situation. It's not going to be easy. Zipex will go in close though as the bomb just goes down, drops onto the water position, and goes back up there, catches Config off guard, leaving Zonic the stand-in, the coach of the team, left alive to clutch against 2. Carrigan gets the trade immediately. The round will be 1 for TSM, but best case for them is overtime at this point, but they have to win 1 more for that. It's not, I mean, their money is going to suck I mean, they'll have like 3,500 or something.
They're pretty much going to have the same buy they had this round
Yeah.
on the other players. Maybe Calvin can drop a gun for his team. He's got 4,400 in the bank. So indeed he's going to drop the AK and pick up an M4. And some nades as well.
So it's pretty much the same buy indeed. And it looked quite ropey as well. Took KGB performing very well to pull that round in the favor of TSM.
Carrigan's put that same smoke down. Oh, that smoke has been... I think the T's just smoked themselves off in connector by accident, but they might just be cheeky enough to push through it. Two-man push, though. Down long is going to get the bomb for the time being, and that smoke's going to make things a little bit awkward. The bomb is in the smoke itself. Gubby's pushing through the smoke, but that flash did nothing. So, Dignitas down on the numbers now. More AKs being picked up. Config, low health, but he gets the first frag onto device.
Yes, 4 versus 3 as Dupree refaces in toilets. They will be finding the frag as well. 2 more left for Dignitas now as they get the bomb into forward position. It's Config who's been doing excellent stuff so far. 2 frags for him. But they are 2 versus 3, so I need more where that came from. And we do have, I think it's Is it Carrigan who's by toilets? Yeah, it is. So Carrigan by toilets. I don't know if he heard anything yet. Dignitas have been walking the entire way. So they may find the blind spot. That is A long. And they may even get the bomb down if they get a fast frag onto Carrigan. But that is their salvation, essentially. Those parameters.
You know, I think he may have heard something there, but he's going to get the frag. So he's not going to get the frag. Zipex taking him down. Config of 8 HP. We are going to overtime. Overtime is 3 rounds per half. $16,000 per team here in StarSeries. It is carnage. It is full buys galore. It is madness, Dan.
Yeah. I actually forgot that it was longer because, of course, with Face It, we have MR5 actually instead. So, going to be interesting to see how it gets played out. Both teams opting to go for an AWP straight away, and that is definitely expensive. It's not something you can do every single round if you're losing rounds. But let's see what the approach is. Fast play again from TSM down towards the toilets, the party area, looking for a quick pick, but they won't find it just yet.
Well, there we go. Dupree around the corner. That flash is not going to do anything. And Zonic thinks he's in safety, but no, he is not. The shark coming out of the water there, taking him down. KRB to even things up here. Carrigan getting taken down, but Zipex is coming in for the trade. So, man advantage for the CTs. We have a T rotating towards T spawn, but Dupree is in position. He's in the rear with the gear, and he shoots Rubino in the face. So it's a 4 versus 2. The bomb is sandwiched. Nowhere to go. Nowhere is safe.
Quick shot rattle up there, and Config is going to eliminate device. Config has been playing pretty damn well. Zipex looking for them to make a move. He's got teammates moving up from the other side, so Zipex can just try to delay and distract him. He's doing just that, and in fact, he commits MSR. I mean, he does get the frag, but they're committed now down into that position towards B, and the rotation is going to happen for TSM because they can see with the def cam of Zipex there exactly where they went. Config, he has to win this fight, and he will. Next one is close as MSR to finish it. Both players surviving with almost no health. I am quite shocked that they managed to make that happen.
As am I. So the first round of overtime goes in favor of Dignitas. Again, it is MR3 16K, so we're just going to have 4 buys every round regardless. So we're going to have an AWP onto both teams. Again, this time it's going to go onto Carrigan, who will throw that smoke once more to bounce off the train track and smoke off the front of Monster. The main Dignitas army going upstairs though, so that smoke won't matter too much for the time being. MSL just holding angles. Again, we have seen some long pushes from TSM, so that may slow down the overall push from Dignitas, the fact that TSM could emerge. And this is a map where Device is notoriously dangerous for lurking around the slide area.
Ooh, nicely done. Popping the hand of Kirby straight away. Kirby's being an important player. And the only other guy... Well, Rubino and Config have both been playing well also. But anyway, Carrigan's going to be getting one as well by A long. So spotting already 2 players probably gives them some good information. And they have the flank coming in from A long. I think it's... could be Is it Carrigan? Nope, it's not Carrigan. Anyway,
it's Cajun B
it's
or
Dupree. It's Dupree.
Dupree.
The last guy we go to. Of course. Looks like they're getting all the picks here. MSL will respond finally, but with the 1 versus 4, it's pretty impossible. So it will be won by TSM, so 1-1 in the overtime so far. config with the most frags on the map at the moment.
Well, who is going to take the early advantage in the second half? We are about to find out. Again, the full buy is coming out for both sides. Karrigan continues with the AWP, as does MSL. Karrigan going towards the long area as a solo player, but there's two headed that way for Dignitas. Again, it is tricky to get those frags in that area. You can see another shot being missed there. So Dignitas have deployed a lot of grenades so far, but there's still a fair few left in the bank. Only one flash though. Rubino getting a frag on 2-3, and he will be traded by Karrigan, who gets a Molotov in position, but they've passed it already. I think he might hit a sound cue, taking down Zonic, but he will be traded by MSL. So 2 versus 2 now, as the bomb site, the bomb is down on A.
And KGB is a little bit farther away than he'd like to be. He'll make his approach from the connector area. And is he going to sprint around to A long? It looks like he's going to go for that. So this is kind of smart, actually, because he's going to catch one player. And wow, he's going to actually find the catch. But what? Kirby gets the kill somehow. He jumps, lands, finds a headshot straight away. Dignitas look like they have a good chance to take this one now. And considering how it all started out, what did they get, like 10-5 on the first half? That's kind of crazy, actually. So good on them.
Well, they've only got a round advantage at the moment, so things are still somewhat precarious for both teams. Obviously more for TSM on the less favoured side now, and a round down. The AWPs continue, Karrigan, MSL. So a lot of device AWPing in normal time, but change in approach here in overtime. So it looks like the CTs are keen to try and get control of short, and they're going to do it. Config has been shot down to 50 HP, but they've got the control that they wanted. So a worthy exchange, you might say.
Indeed. So we have already the first frag going on the way of Dignitas config performing yet again. Now Dignitas, I mean, they've just basically been going for map control plays more or less every time. We haven't seen like an all-out execute from them. Let's say taking sewers away from their opponents and then executing into the B-bomb site, for example. Or A executes, they have been seldomly happening because so many frags happened before that point. So it's interesting that it's going that way. And TSM will probably be looking to get the play onto B at this point, moving back towards connector, towards sewers. They don't have it cleared though. That's the dangerous thing. There could be a guy close right, could be a guy close left. They don't know that yet.
Ooh, very nice flashbang by Zipex to allow his teammates to push. And the wallbang as well, maybe a read. Not sure if it was on the door or the flashbang, but there we go. It's man down for TSM as they start to take control of the B-bomb site. Starting to lose it though, as Config gets some frags. Kiabi goes down in a trade for device, 4 versus 2. Things not looking good for TSM here. The bomb is now rotating as Karrigan tries to run distraction. What can Dupree do in a situation? Can Karrigan survive with the AWP? Smoke's coming up in towards the A site as well. And the bomb should go down. Only one person to contest at the moment, which is MSL with the AWP. Got to get shot in the face though, going ahead of his teammates. There's a big flank coming in from these CTs, which may be undetected right now from TSM.
Karrigan's in a hard spot. He misses the first shot. Now Dupree. Oh my god, his position is horrendous. Once Karrigan dies there, it's just curtains for Dupree. Again, this is a spot where we've seen Karrigan missing quite a lot. He's not on top of his game at the moment, and it's really costing TSM in some of these rounds. So I have to see if he can step it up a little bit for TSM's efforts, because now Dignitas, they need yet one more. 19 is the magic number.
Indeed, you heard that match point siren. So let's see where this smoke is going from Rubino. Just a standard smoke going into the short B area, which you can see is an important priority. And Dan, we appear to be stuck in a smoke.
I like the underwater audio as well.
Yeah, this is something different. We're not normally stuck in. We're not normally underwater when we're stuck in a smoke. But producer Reese has got something special as we are approaching Christmas.
That's our Christmas surprise. I don't know, mate. I should just quit, really. That should be the Christmas surprise. Ooh, bait. Not quite deep enough. Oh dear. MSL is going to get completely smashed there by the AK. Trade comes in though from Rubino. Responsible stuff. But Kiabi also in a very pivotal position. Again, if he goes down without making any frags, it could potentially lose around here for Dignitas. as the approach will be so fast. And it comes great flash, and they will check for it after all. And he's going to go down, so now the approach can be made very rapidly onto the bomb site here. And if Rubino can get dealt with, then that can be it. But no, the orbs coming in, a trio of frags from Rubino and Config, as KGB tries to get the return, but he can't make it happen. And we will get a third map here. It's going to be Mirage between these two teams. TSM, they were looking really, really good to begin with, and they couldn't close. They just couldn't close off of that 10-5 terrace side start.
Yeah, so good stuff by Dignitas to have the focus to get back into the game. They're taking it to a third map, so who knows who's going to take the third map. I mean, TSM not looking like they're on point, missing a lot of shots here. So definitely the stronger team on paper, but Dignitas definitely in with a chance here on map 3.
Absolutely. It's going to be Mirage. I want to see more Rubino. I want to see more Config, because so far these guys have been absolutely beasting.
See you after the break.
E-Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
Do you have extra CSGO skins? Do you want to win really cool things? Visit CSGOFast.com. Place your bets and win really cool skins. CSGOFast.com. Check your fortune.